Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today's video is going to be all about what we've been up to this summer so far. And yes, I'm just looking at all the weeds that I need to go and pull out. Keeping up with the garden in summer is a lot of work, am I right? But I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some herbs here. There is nothing like fresh herbs out of the garden. This dill over here, I actually need to cut it all already because it wants to bloom already and I don't like it when it gets to the stage of blooming. But I have two different dills here. The fern dill, it is a finer dill, and then this one, dill mammoth, is the one that I usually use for canning. But of course my cucumbers are not nearly ready for canning. So I might have to cut the dill and freeze it maybe, I don't know. But we'll just grab some for the soup for today. And since my summer savory is looking so good already, I think I'm going to add some summer savory into my soup as well. Maybe some green beans. Maybe it won't be just a Sommerborscht soup. Maybe it will be a vegetable soup. Who knows? And my Swiss chard here is very ready to be eaten and harvested. The romaine lettuce is looking really good. So we might have to have a salad to go along with the soup today. I guess first of all I gotta clean up my groceries. I had quickly gone uptown this morning because I needed sausage for the soup. And then of course I ended up going to different places, and I absolutely love buying local in our town. I always go to Valley Bakery to pick up my sourdough bread for toast. Yes, I do make sourdough bread myself as well. But however, for the toast, I just really love their bread and it saves me a lot of time. So I picked up I did a rye sourdough and I did a cheese and onion as well as just a regular white because my grandkids prefer the white. And then I did the harvest one as well. My favorite one that they make is the whole wheat sourdough toast bread, but they didn't have that today. So I picked that up from Valley Bakery. I picked up a bag of organic potatoes from our local potato store. It's called the Potato Store. Maybe I'll have to take you in there one day. They have way more than just potatoes. And then, of course, I went to a store called Fruit and More in our town and picked up several sausages. This is our absolute favorite sausage. It is the Bandman meat sausage. Very good for grilling, for soups, and for all sorts. And I picked up 3 of those, and I also picked up a locally made Heartland bologna. This is really good for when you're making yourself a toasted sourdough sandwich, and you put some of this in there with some bacon and lettuce and tomato. Oh, so good. Oh, I think my daughter just came here. And of course, bacon. This is one of our favorite bacons. And just a hamburger meat. And they had gotten fresh strawberries in. So of course, I got a small one just for fresh eating. And so I will go ahead and get my soup started here. I got some super cute little visitors to join me today for my soup making. I just love it when the grandkids come to visit. So for the soup that I'm making today, I started off by saying I was going to make Sommerborscht, which is a sausage and potato soup, and it is a sausage and potato soup, but I'm going to add carrots and green beans, To me, it's still Sommerborscht. It's just it's got more vegetables in it than your regular Sommerborscht would have. So I basically just crumbled up my sausage into a Dutch oven pot, chopped up 2 small onions, and then about half water, I would say. And then I'm going to cook this on medium for a while. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and cut up all my vegetables. I've got the organic potatoes here, and I am just going to chop them up into cube-sized pieces. Hi, what you doing? Are you visiting Grandma? All my grandchildren always want to help me in the kitchen whenever I am making something, and I always try to involve them whenever I can, to teach them things that they would have learned from their grandma. And also, of course, in the hopes that they will have treasured memories. Here I'm just adding some frozen beans as well to the potatoes and the carrots and giving it all a really well rinse. And then I will add this to the pot of sausage and onion that's been simmering here for a while already. And then, of course, you want to do salt and pepper to taste. I cannot say how much because everyone likes it differently. Sausage is already a little bit salty, so I would say not too much salt. You can always add salt later on. Then I did 2 basil leaves and some Italian herbs, and then of course the chopped up dill and summer savory. As far as the weather, we've been having absolutely gorgeous weather, I would say. We've had some heavy thunderstorms come through. I love me a good thunderstorm. Do you like thunderstorms? I know some people don't. But have the windows open and just listen to it and smell the fresh air from that rain. Oh, I just absolutely love that. I feel like gardening work never ends, right? We are working on the front flower bed here, and I have a rock garden underneath there somewhere. But these bigger bushes are just kind of taking the whole thing over. So our plan is to move a few of those today. And then, of course, getting rid of all the weeds and trimming back all the perennials that are finished blooming. See, you can see part of the rock garden there, and you will be able to see a little bit more later on as well. And it just all together needs a really well clean up. In the future sometime we are going to put fresh blocks in all around the garden. The ones that are there have sank in so far that the grass is growing into the garden. And then back here I have a fern and also some hostas that I would like to move because they are hidden back there. You can't even see them. But my plan is to move some of the ferns to the backyard. And here we are just digging out some of those big bushes, those perennials, and I'm giving away most of them. I believe my daughter is taking them. And some of them I am transplanting to different areas on the side of our house where it looks a little bit bare and empty. So we're going to plant some of them in some random open areas. dug up all of the ferns from the front yard to bring to the back, and I separated the roots so that I would have a little bit more, and I'm going to plant them against the fence by the tree line in the backyard. We mostly have shade here, and so I think they will really love it here. So I'm just trying to think of how many I planted here while I'm doing a voiceover. That was one, that is two, and then we've got three and four. And this one you can't see very good, but it is there. It's just more of a root one, you can't. And then five. So five altogether I planted in the back row there. The peonies that you're seeing here, of course, they are no longer. They're all done blooming. Oh, how I wish they would bloom all summer long. Aren't they just ever beautiful? And then my rose bushes, they were blooming quite nicely, and now I feel like they're kind of taking a break from blooming. I don't know. If you have a good suggestion for getting the rose bushes to bloom more, please let me know because I would love to try it. And then of course a lot of my other flowers are in bloom. The bleeding hearts are done as well. And we've just been really enjoying it in the backyard, using our black stone and having breakfast on a patio. It's just been so wonderful. We've had such lovely weather for it as well. And, just having your coffee and doing devotions. I will have a complete patio video in the near future where we extended our patio. And that will be coming up in a few weeks, I believe. And then we had ordered 4 baskets of strawberries from a local strawberry farm, and now of course I gotta take care of all of them, right? But these strawberries are so delicious. I think it was definitely a strawberry year. And I just take and rinse them all and then take the ends off, and then we use a French fry maker to slice all of them up, I guess you could say. And then I just put them in containers and then put them in a freezer. And we use them for all sorts, over ice cream, and we make homemade strawberry ice cream. Oh gosh, lots of breakfast, over pancakes, over crepes is what I'm trying to think of here. Oh, we've just been enjoying it so much. And then, of course, like I said, homemade strawberry ice cream is the best. It is so good, and our grandkids, they enjoy it so much when they come over and we can make homemade ice cream together. This is not a very good quality video. I couldn't find the original one that I had, so I had to download that one. And of course, we've been making refreshing drinks, and we've been enjoying the rhubarb, making rhubarb dessert and rhubarb squares and rhubarb jam. I did strawberry and rhubarb jam actually. I don't have an exact recipe. I just threw some rhubarb and some strawberries together, cooked them, smushed them, added sugar to taste, cook it long enough till thick, and there you go. I make jam making very simple, and it was so good on homemade fresh sourdough bread. Of course, summer wouldn't be summer without watermelon and rollkuchen, right? We've had so many good watermelon already, and my rollkuchen recipe is so simple, and I always go back to this one. This is my absolute favorite recipe. This is how my mom always made them. Half a cup milk, half a cup cream, 1 egg, salt, basically maybe a tablespoon to that. No, maybe a teaspoon, and maybe a quarter baking powder. But I prefer without baking powder because I like them crunchy. My husband likes them a little thicker, so sometimes I do add baking powder, sometimes I don't. You roll them out, you cut them, and you fry them, and there you go. And here I'm just making some strawberry rollkuchen. It's just me and my husband. So I just had a little bit of leftover dough, and I'm just using the same dough from the rollkuchen and adding strawberry, a little sugar. You kind of make them like a pierogi, and then you deep fry them and have it with whipped cream or ice cream. They are so delicious. Yum, now I'm really hungry for that as I'm doing a voiceover. We're going to have this really soon again. Now, of course, let's not forget about having fun, right? We've had some beach days,
3.
and we've gone fishing. Oh, what else have we all done? We had grandson's birthday party. We went swimming in the pool, and we went on the side-by-sides. The little kids had fun going on the little jeeps. It's just been a really good summer so far. And then, of course, I went with my husband several times on road trips. And I did record one of those for you that you saw last week. And I'm sure there will be more coming up throughout the summer as well. And then, of course, the best part about summer so far, I would say, is our son's baptism. And I know I shared a little bit of this on my craft channel, but I just want to share a little bit of that here on my home channel as well, because it just means so much to me.